I remember that I entered University of Lagos with 95 naira. It wasn't enough to pay for the school fees, to settle anything. The accommodation alone then was 90 naira. She was the president of Guest Brigade in Ogun State before she died. She will carry me, I will sleep with her, you know, she will feed me. Tell to fight, I was a Muslim, strong one, to fight Christian school. Every exam, I must borrow pen to write exam. If I wash your clothes, you are not giving me money because you love me. You are giving me money because I have given you something valuable. I thought I will now continue with my academics. Then, instead of repeating class 3, I will go to 4. My father refused. That his father told him that I'm too fast. They should put away.
Trauma.
Well, if there's no pain, there won't be gain.
If there is no pain, there won't be gain.
I was posted to Adazia in Anambra State to serve.
Ona sufo Igbo.
Emesia. Biajuloma ifemelege. In Igbo land, the professor is refers to Ichie Okamuta.
Ichie Okamuta. Welcome back, everyone, to the YSP show. This is an episode so special and dear to us. Guess what? We have with us today a special guest. He is one who has been very much invested in shaping culture, reshaping culture, investing in education, training entrepreneurs, birthing and actually revamping what we know today as the commerce industry, in the educational sector, the professionals, corporate, commercial, industrial, you name it. Guess who it is? Well, he's going to introduce himself, because no matter what I say, it does not clearly quantify or qualify who this guest of ours is. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Olusegun Oludapo Sogbesan. I hope I got it, sir.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Thank you so much. From Yoruba land.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Welcome to the show. We are very honored to have you today.
Certainly, my
Thank you for being on the show. So, I said I don't think I qualify to introduce all you are. So, could you?
Suitable.
Really?
Yes.
I think you do us the honors much best. For people who are getting to see you and hear you the first time today, who is Professor Olusegun Oludapo Sogbesan?
There is a saying, and it goes by a song said, Amare genje bide bido. Amare benga kuse akuse.
Ona sufo Igbo.
But the truth about it is that in Igbo land, the professor is refers to Ichie Okamuta.
Ichie Okamuta.
And Olusegun means Chukwuemeri.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Sogbesan that. So, Emesia, Biajuloma ifemelege.
Emesia. Ibiajulomo ifemelege. Wow.
But however, I'm from a city known as Agoiwoye. Agoiwoye in Ijebu, in Ogun State. It pleases the Lord to cause me to be born into a royal family. So we inherited royalty from my grandmother. Also privileged to be the firstborn of my parents. And my grandmother, very literate. Of course, she was a known educationist. She died a retired headmistress. And you know, for headmistress, they have grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. She was a social worker too. And she belongs to so many voluntary organizations. She was the president of Guest Brigade in Ogun State before she died. She was the president of YWCA, that's the Young Women Christian Association of Ogun State before she died. I actually lived with her. That's why I had to start from. Because my parents gave birth to me and they traveled to England. They left me with her. At her demand. She said they must give birth to a male child before they traveled.
Wow.
And because my dad...
Is it something cultural? Oh, okay.
And they had two, my aunt and my dad. And circumstances before my birth shows that in the lineage that belongs to, and then when she had been praying for the first male child, like me, because she belongs to Bible Society and Scripture Union. And the God answered that prayer. So then they gave back to me. The opportunity for my dad and my mom to travel came, and they left me. So I was still there.
So they left you with your grandma? Oh. How was growing up like?
Nice. With my grandma.
You didn't miss... Did you used to come back?
No.
Wow.
Because if not for the training that I received from her, I don't think I'll be where I am today. I love telling people I started cooking at the age of 4.
Cooking
food.
Okay, so no. So...
No, we are 3.
Oh, you were the oldest?
No, I have a cousin. It's also great. It's also a great gap in US now. He's the owner of World Beat Radio and TV. And then the third person is also my cousin, but I'm older than that one. So, but that's the baby of the house with my grandmother. So we received thorough training.
It wasn't tough?
It wasn't tough. Thorough training. It wasn't tough.
So what point did you get to meet your parents?
How to manage times, how to prepare yourself for the day assignments, how to package yourself.
But at so little age?
Yes, I joined Boys Brigade at that age, at 4.
At 4?
Yeah. So the discipline came.
I was a brigade, yeah, at 4.
So that thing came in to us. Whenever she's traveling for Women Council meeting, fellowship meeting, we stay at home. Nobody will know that she's not around. We prepare our home meal.
At 4?
Different at 4.
You prepare for the rest of...
No, we prepare...
Okay, everybody together.
Yeah, you just prepare your own, I prepare my own. You will prepare your phone fire. Whenever she's around, she bought pots for us.
And it was safe to kids. So
she will tell us, where you put firewood, you will put your own like that. She will be washing her to do us. And she has measured the ingredients separately. So if you put oil, if she puts oil, we put oil in our own. Just like that.
Wow.
Just like that.
And so from 4 years, you grew up to what point? You said at some point you had to grow out.
Morning activities, cleaning, sweeping, pray. It's a normal thing with us.
So you lived with her to what point in life?
Until my parents came back. I was 10 years old.
Oh.
By then they came back already. They've had children, other children in UK. And then that's became a turning point for my life. Before they came, I was actually expecting them to come. I'll be asking my mind. I was sure that Mama wasn't my real.
So you knew about them even before they
will always be saying that your parents are outside the country then. So at night, at times, I would sit down, I would see the aircraft going, talking to the aircraft. When you get to London, greet my parents. And of course, when you were young, the children, they know how to teach themselves.
In what way of?
They will say that, see my mom. See my dad, see my siblings. You don't have anyone to do yaga with. So at times you just have to think about it. How do they look like? You're just hearing. But at the point, I learned that they were coming back. So I started preparing.
And they got back.
They met us at Lagos and so many other things. And all the expectations, my expectations were dashed out. Why? I thought by when my mom comes back, she will carry me, I will sleep with her, she will feed me. Those things that you expect, the mother care.
So you're saying all these shaped who you are today and why you got into the educational sector?
Not really. It's just after that, I wasn't having confidence in whatever anybody tells me because I felt that they lied to me. I felt that my grandmother lied to me, that my parents, these are not my parents. Because from their behavior, I felt there's nothing to
abandon, like there's no bond.
And when they came back, they didn't buy anything for me.
Chai.
So because of that, I felt they should. I will go back to my grandmother and tell me the truth. And because the information were not forthcoming. And again, from my paternal side, I had a lot of issues. So you are on your own. But at the point they took my cousins away, so I was left with Mama. So you start asking questions. Am I an island? What's the problem? You can't even relate with other extended family, because of certain things. I'm always with Mama.
How did you overcome all these? They are obviously very hot to the point where you are now.
When I got admission to university, certain things started revealing. I got admission for secondary school. But it started from primary school. I was going to a particular primary school till primary 5. At primary 5, they sent my grandmother out of that school to another school on transfer. And that is very far. So I couldn't follow her. So eventually they returned her back to another school in her hometown, a Muslim school. So she got to change me from that Wesley school to that Muslim school. And of course, you've got to do something about Islamic religious knowledge, So that became a new thing to me. And because I didn't want to fail, I've never failed before. So I worked very hard to learn Islamic religious knowledge.
Can I get something? You've never failed before, you didn't want to fail.
Yes, sir.
Where did that come from? So does it mean it's some would link it to the definition of success?
No, with my grandmother, even when you write 10 questions where 10 questions are given to you, you will explain why you failed one. You must explain.
So there's that rigid.
Yes. Even I remembered when I was in primary 2, I took second position. And the person that took first position is my deskmate. His name, I think, is an architect. It's an accountant, national accountant. His name is Sunday Adekoya. When they called on stage, they called me. I thought I was the best number one. They called him first. I knew I was in trouble. So when they called me, I was on the stage. I started crying. People now ask, you took second, you are crying. What's the problem? I said they should ask Mama. Because I will explain.
And does it mean that you saying that you've never failed from then to this point?
I will tell you.
Even your investments.
So because of that, Mama was the headmistress in the school, Muslim school now. So you ask me question, why do you fail Islamic religious knowledge? So I have to work hard to pass it. And that the one, and the common entrance, I think I got a distinction. So I got common entrance to a school.
Wow.
That school, I did common entrance from primary 5. I learned that my grandfather said I should finish primary school, primary 6. So I didn't understand all these things going on. So at primary 6, I took the exam. I passed again. I entered secondary school. At that part, my grandmother was trying to make sure that I relate with my parents, but the handling wasn't perfect. It wasn't even good. Because we need, I felt that I cannot just automatically become a UK child.
Okay.
I give up in the village. And therefore, there are cases, for instance, you are eating with your siblings, even though they will.
So the culture barrier.
Yes. And when I cut meat, at times I will give to my siblings just to draw them to that fraternity. But those children, because they are from me, they will go and report me. They will actually collect the meat, eat it, but they will still go and tell my mom that look at what I did.
As in you have taken their share, you cut it too little.
It's my meat. They have their own separate. So just like us, if you are the firstborn, you take care of your siblings. So I cut meat with my own meat and I will give it to them. They will take, they will eat, but they will still go and report that I used my teeth to cut meat.
Yes, the understanding is not there.
So at the end of it, I will even be beaten. There's so many things. So I now told my grandmother I will not go to their side again. So I've already developed psychological.
You have to put up a guard. So I'm not disappointed.
I was in class 3 in secondary school. I was doing well too. But somehow we got our during holidays and other things. I would go and learn with my friends how to swim, how to do other things. And I also love these village practices. You know, even though
what kind of practices?
You have to go to the bush to go and hunt.
Okay.
You have to go and look for so many things. But my grandmother hates such a thing. But I was enjoying.
And it builds one's skills.
But when you get to school, you find out in class 3, our immediate seniors were in class 4. And they will always come to our block to harass us. The bullying and other things. So we now form our own gang. Yes. We form our own gang.
A defensive gang.
Yes. When we leave the school compound, you do your work in the school. Outside the school, we will also do our own. So it got to a point that when they now took over from the class 5, then that was class 5, prefect, they said they went to the principal's office and my grandfather was there. My grandfather was the chairman of the government council of that school. And they alleged that was causing trouble in the school.
While you had a parent?
Yes. And they now sent me out of the school. I was executed in a school where my grandfather
was a governing council.
Chairman.
Hey, but
that thing happened. I didn't know this until just about 5 years ago. When I got home, I told my grandmother that this is my result. I didn't even know that they expelled me. I didn't even study the report because there's no cause for alarm. I will always pass. I got home. My mother took a look at it. Look at me. She did say, my father arrived and presented. They called me. What happened? I said, nothing. He said, what happened to your report? I said, after the school, we went to swim. Water got into it. And then this place, because there's a place where when you write 98 over 100, so that 9 was not shown properly. So and I used pen to rewrite it myself. So then I said, that's not what we're saying. You know, that the report sheet, you have not seen that expelled. And I looked at, I said, expelled for where? That is a mistake from my teacher. My dad started beating me. So I think that was the beginning of the trouble. That within that first term, second term of my being expelled from school, I attempted suicide 3 times.
God.
I drank Gamale 20. The God of my grandmother helped me. They were able to rescue me. I jumped into a deep well. Just wanted to die.
Because it felt like you did not belong.
Yes, nobody around me. Nobody listened to me.
Your grandma, who was the one person you were close, was not there anymore.
She said, no, that this thing, there's something wrong. So, but my grandma knew what happened. Now, time, not everything they will say, but I didn't understand. I became so aggressive. I became a street fighter.
Because the pain channeled another way.
And people were celebrating because I was the youngest in the school. The youngest within the community at that level, moving at that space. And I guess, for us, they know me since the street that there's a boys brigade, they give us respect somehow. But at the end of it, my grandmother got me another school, a Muslim school this time around, Ayekwe High School. I thought I would now continue with my academics there. Instead of repeating class 3, I would go to 4. My father refused. That his father told him that I'm too fast. They should put a word to stop me. The question I asked, your father was alive all this through. I have not heard anything from him. You traveled. He has buy anything. He has never given me money. What's the problem? So I had to wash. Something was deficient. So I went to that school. They gave me entrance examination to class 4. I did very well. But my dad said I should repeat. So I had to absorb it. So I was in that school for another 3 years. And I didn't have anybody one day visiting me. When you're a body nurse, this time I'm a body nurse. So from there, I started going to live independent life. And this really helped me. Even though when I finished a lot of issues, it took me almost 9 years for me to have access to university education.
How were you able to cope? Since you said you had to find a way to survive, what way?
I did so many things. At times I would stay at my father's site because I didn't have any other place to go. I live on site for almost 3 years. Site is just like where you have basha. So I was staying there. Because of it, I perfected the art of welding and construction. I didn't waste my time. I learned how to do carpentry works. I learned how to do bricklaying works. So many things. But eventually, I was returned back into academics. I got admission to study chemistry 1987.
Wow.
Just look at 1980 to 1987. But God really helped me. And by that time, I had given my life to Christ. While I was in the Muslim school, I became a Muslim.
By choice, or yes, you were forced to?
Yeah, I have to practice and again, the person that showed me love, Alaji Haq, because she interviewed me one day. I saw I was struggling with so many things. When you get to school, you see people with bags, with profession.
And you didn't have any of you.
But then I left the school and I somehow God's favor followed me to university.
So what I'm seeing is the pain, the trauma.
Well, if there's no pain, there won't be gain.
If there is no pain, there won't
be gain.
So that is it that you've sort of gained inspiration from there and pushed yourself to become entrepreneurial skills?
When I became a Christian, I'm born again. My confidence alone is on God. Not on any man, not in a family, not on anything. I remember that I entered University of Lagos with 95 naira. It wasn't enough to pay for the school fees, to settle anything. The accommodation alone then was 90 naira.
Hey. So how did you survive?
That's what you ask. God has not changed. Whatever he says he will do, that he will do. He's too faithful to fail. He's too reliable to lie. He's too dependable to disappoint. If you have not discovered it, you are losing so much. He told me the day I gave my life, that I asked him for only one thing. I said, Daddy, since they have introduced you to me, that was the day I was going actually to fight. I was a Muslim, strong one, to fight Christian school. But God met me on my way to Damascus and caught me that day. And we had conversation. You give your life to me. I say, I'll give. If this life is good for you, but I want you to do one thing. Give me admission to university. You sponsor it. And I will serve you for the rest of my life. It was a covenant treaty. So we signed. I got admission to university to study chemistry. He gave me scholarship. You ask how good. Application scholarship that you didn't apply for. That was what the university just came up and announced that they are going to give the best student in every department scholarship. That you must be first class student with first class GPA. And I was in school. I didn't have textbook. I didn't have notebook. In fact, every exam I must borrow pen to write. Every exam I must borrow pen to write exam. The lab coat I had then, I saw it at the back of the lab. It was already turned cream, so I managed it. Remember those days before I had my bath, somebody must be in the bathroom. So I would pick the soap and rub myself. So I also remember whenever I want to wash the only shirt I have to pick waste soap in the bathroom, journey to get out to wash. Then I have to wait until when it dries before I wear it.
Wow.
I was using bathroom slippers in University of Lagos. I have my colleagues, they will know those days. I was using bathroom slippers.
So you graduated a chemist from
University
of Lagos?
Yes.
Oh. How did you now get into and you served, I read somewhere that you had moved from the south?
Actually, it was the second year that God gave me scholarship because I became the best student in the department. And it was a day I would never forget because I was coming back from the science complex and I was so hungry. I was famished. So I saw the sports center, they were playing football and hockey. So I saw the hockey team, they put one cooler shield with meat pie. Because I now said, let me join this one because of it's not that I love the game. So I joined because of the hockey. I've never played hockey before. And they work with the hockey stick, and they selected. So they were looking for a goalkeeper. And I volunteered to be the goalkeeper. The reason is that once we play finish,
What drove you to open a school?
I'm coming there because immediately after that game, I lost consciousness. I was sent to the hospital. I didn't take that part in that the meal I was expecting. They said I'd have developed peptic ulcer. So from there, they said I should go and pay my parents. I told them, well, I will go and call the God Almighty. I called God. I said, it's either you come to sign for them or you do something. And he did something. I was not operated on Paul, and today I'm sound. And from that day, the day I received the letter of being the University of Lagos scholar.
That is one big success.
Then I left the university. Thank God, one of the best graduating students. I was posted to Adazia in Anambra State to serve. I came in here. I did my best. And I became the best corps member in Onitsha local government, the best corps member in Anambra state, and one of the best in Nigeria. Yeah. And since then, I've been around in Anambra state.
So this is sort of something that drew from being that best, and you wanted to give back your best.
I just like to do the best in anything I do.
And you stayed back.
It's not just for any other reason. There's no that thing that motivates me to doing anything. It's not money. Just because it's necessary and I must get it right. I have that commitment to anything I do.
So when it comes to, obviously, this is showing how passionate you are about business, investments, education, empowerment.
No, I have 3 first degrees. I have FTC metallurgical engineering. I have biochemistry. My master's degree, I think they are 5 now. The PhD are 5. The 6th one is coming.
You are still pursuing?
Knowledge is till you die. You educate yourself till you die. Not because of the certificate.
So what do you view success as?
And before that, success is not, it's just a milestone.
So a milestone, you have to get somewhere. That is when you're successful.
I don't even work to be successful. I think that's never been I want to be a significant person. I don't work for survivor. There are 3 S. It's the last one I pick. Some people work for survivor. Some work to be successful. And some work to be significant. I work to be significant.
Why do you work?
I just want whatever I do to impact my environment, to change certain things that are not correct. Because that's what I think is the essence of living.
To change certain, to basically transform.
Yes. In fact, one of my books, I was asking what is transformation. So I discovered that transformation is a process and that it involves 7 R's. It's a process. So I believe that you don't just come to this world with a purpose. So God have created you for a purpose, and that purpose must be fulfilled, or else you've not fulfilled the plan of God. So that's the way I see life. It's not about building a house, not about buying a car or no. That one left me a long time ago, even when I was very young. Wherever I step, if I enter here and the way you arrange your seats are not right, I'll correct it. Perhaps you are not aware of that. I want to know what's happening. It's not just coming in and going out. And no record that a person like me have been there. No. I don't
Living impact.
I don't live that life. It's better I'm not living than to live a life, just life of consumption.
How did you get to that point of discovering your purpose?
The nature of God in man is one that's working in me. Because I said I must serve him for the rest of my life. Serving God also means serving humanity.
Serving God means serving humanity. So for people now who will be watching and they are looking up to, especially in our generation where many are confused, many feel stuck, going into what do they pursue? And as you said, the money thing is not your priority, but it is still necessary.
No, you see,
so how
in life, it's that value that is find its way into the heart of man. To me, let me be a little bit spiritual. It's from the pit of hell. Money is a reward. On its own, it is not the total reward. If I wash your clothes, if you not give me money, you are not giving me money because you love me. You are giving me money because I have given you something value. And if the value in us, it is when we ignite this base that I begin to speak for the society to reward us. But that is where we miss it. We don't want to give value. but we want money. But money is not just the total, like I said. There are other things. When you give value, as it continues to speak in the life of the society and begins to give that meaningful effect, the society on the whole, it is natural, most of the world. It might not come just with money. It might come with, it says with the junior position, and someone will be, you begin to receive some respect, honor. You begin to receive attention. It's like you are like a moon on a star or the sun that shines. You begin to give, they begin to see you as a very valuable person. And you begin to radiate the nature of God to express. The clothes you wear become meaningless to people. The types of shoe you put on doesn't make meaning again. They see all in you that will make men to come to you. So oftentimes we think that when we have money, all these things will get to us. It's not true. I've seen money has limits. It's limited in value to life. It's limited. It's from what I've seen. If I tell you now that what people struggle to have knocks at my door every day, even before I wake up. So therefore, I discovered that every man of value becomes a worshiping altar to society. If you are if you are a man of significance, generation we hear about you. Success is momentum.
So for people that quantify it in those ways, it isn't.
Our Lord Jesus Christ, you didn't meet him. The Bible says that he died over 2,000 years ago. We are still discussing him now. He's a man of significance. Mother Teresa. We didn't meet her, but we discuss her today. Apostle Paul in the scripture. We didn't meet her. Okay, let's talk about contemporary people. Even in Africa. Mandela is gone. But it's a model. We discuss. In America, you have a man that says, I have a dream. We still discuss his statement now. So many years we have done. You know the person. The Martin Luther. You see, life is not all about what you're able to possess. It's about what you are able to release for the prosperity and posterity of humanity.
Because it's our lives here. The legacy that comes after.
We come to solve a problem. You provide solution. You create things that will outlive you. That's the essence of you living. We also know people that make so much money that 3 months after their death, we don't hear about them again. Even in this state we are.
So being a founder of a business school, what do you say to people in our contemporary society now that would want to go into different portfolios of investments and financing to sort of strive not to narrow it down to one thing? Some would say real estate is a sure deal now. What's your take on it?
If by my definition of business, it's making a case for identifying need. If you make a case for identifying need profitably, you become a business entrepreneur. But there are people that make cases for identifying need, but not for profit. In most cases, we refer to those people as socialpreneurs, but they still make living.
Yes.
So if you want to go into business, or you want to, everything you do is business anyway. Everything you do is business. Even talking is business. But the truth about it is that if the purpose of you doing business is to make money, then you have built it. It's possible you made that money, but you still find that there is a very deep vacuum in you. It's always there. But when you do business to satisfy a need profitably, it's a different thing. To satisfy a need profitably. So when those things are satisfied, even when they pay you money, it comes with goodwill. It is the goodwill that is sustainable. Because you receive the money, you also have to deploy it back. But the goodwill that is accrued to you is what remains in the society. So for real estate, it's part of the basic necessity. There are 3 levels in life: the level of necessity, the level of convenience, and the level of freedom. At the level of necessity, which is the base of all things, you have the need for accommodation. You have the need for food, the need for shelter, which the business people, it will always be there.
Are there personal experiences you've had with that field?
That field. Of course, I have so many clients in that field. I have so many associates in that field.
So you've invested, and what's your experience been like?
I've invested in knowledge. But I don't think the landed properties I've bought in the past, like I said, I was not given to that as a priority. As long as I have a place where I will stay, I'm all right. I don't give priority to what I will eat or what I will wear. I give priority to what I should do that will impact the society when I should do it. If you don't do it where you should do it, it's no longer a strategic intent.
So how does one understand when that's time to do it is? How do they figure out? Because some would be like, oh, real estate is only for the rich. That you have to have a certain benchmark.
It's either you provide one for yourself or you are provided with one. All that you want is either you are able to do it or you are provided with it. How do you now want people to do it for you? Because of what you have given to the society. I know people that never built a house, but they have houses. Yes. I know so many of them. I know people that have not, for their life, they didn't go to any car shop to buy a car, but they have cars. I also know people that they must struggle to get this thing for themselves. It depends on your own approach. I've chosen an approach of the first. So if it is a need for me, then somebody else must do it. My concern is to meet other people's need based on the capability that God has given me.
How do you get somebody else to do it for you?
Where I'm living, somebody built it.
Oh.
So I'm living there. If I want to go, I don't have my own car. There are cars outside there. Somebody provided it. My own is to just pay for that and I enjoy it. So all the government will provide one. So oftentimes, if you must do everything for yourself, it's not a balanced life. You don't, what you are putting on now, you are not the one that saw it. Somebody else did this. If you must be a tailor for yourself, you must be fashion designer for yourself, you must be shoemaker for yourself. That should be so a crazy one. But you leave people to do the one they can do better for you, and you give the society the best of yourself.
The best of yourself. For one who has not come to that point of understanding the best of themselves, and as well need ways, counsels. How do they navigate to get
that? That is why we have to have handover. There's no mentorship any longer. The society have lost out in that. Yeah. That the young people are no longer seeing true models to step into, or people to listen. When we were young, the elderly people we gathered out in the evening. That's part of Africa. You have all these small line stories. It's to guide you, not only to entertain you, but your focus in life. What somebody did and it failed. You will like it from those stories that you had. And you will make up your mind, I will not be like this. For instance, I've never tasted alcohol in my life. Not because somebody told me, or because somebody preached to me. I saw a rich man fell in a gutter and pluck out his eyes because he was drunk. And I made up my mind at the age of 7, I will never taste this. I won't buy it for anybody. And today, I'm over 60. I've not tasted alcohol in my life.
Wow. In that sense, wouldn't it be seen as, because you saw something go so wrong, so extreme in this way, personally, in other channels of their lives, in other channels of their career, would it be something that you'd see as something extreme? You've already internalized it, not personally in the alcohol issue, in sense of education, commerce, corporate world, investments, and you want to invest in something, but because of the news, the narratives, the myth out there, myths and stereotypes in investing, in finance, it makes a lot of people afraid. So that fear.
It's not, see, one thing about investment is 2 ways. It's either you invest rightly or you invest wrongly. So everybody's an investor.
And experiences.
For instance, if I have money and I have to invest it to pursue ladies, that's my investment. But if I keep that money with a bank or a financial house, it's also an investment. You invest your energy. You also invest your time. So it's not only when you put money in a thing. Investment, most of the people think is just about money. Investment is a choice and it forms your life. If you invest your time rightly, you reap it rightly. If you invest your energy rightly, you reap it rightly. If you invest your money into strategic things into the future, real estate, manufacturing or businesses, you also reap it. The Bible says that there is always a season for sowing and a season for harvest. It's a natural thing. So people should not, in fact, when people are talking about investment, I'll tell them, this thing is a natural thing. Can you just bring it home? Because when you talk about investment, it means that you must get to a level before you start investing. And that is a wrong approach. You start investing even from the day. You invest into reading, and that's why you have excellent results in your exams. You study very well. If you don't study very well, you will not pass WAEC. You will not go to university. So you invest your time, your energy, and also invest your money. Those are the 3 major resources that everybody has. So we should not be the talking alone. The investment should be natural and also should be nurtural. Because if it is not natural with us and it is not a part of our nurture, it becomes difficult to give what you don't have. So we now begin to create wasteful generation. It should be part of us. It's what we should have learned from our elders of how to invest your time. Because you see in Igbo land, they said, Ogboge we plan. How can Ogboge we plan? When time itself is a function of plan. It's wrong.
Time is a function of plan.
Time is a function of plan. So if you say Ogboge we plan, it doesn't have plan. And when you do the oge, which one is available to you to utilize? So these are the concepts that we should trash. You can't say that there are languages that we use that are not helpful in this concept. You talk to somebody, he said that oge shuku kama. Even in the church, and I ask you, which time is not of God? So the truth about it is that we must make it a natural thing anywhere where that you don't waste time, you invest it. You don't waste your energy, you eat in the morning, and you wake up roaming about the street. You must direct that energy towards a purpose. You also, if you have money, you turn it to capital. Because even time itself is capital when it's invested. Energy is capital when it's invested.
Say one who has a 10 million capital and they find it difficult to diversify, like bring it down. So how do they balance this, especially in our current economy? And they feel like it's not enough.
If you talk about those big money, I still feel that we are not getting it right. Let's take it from the little. I was a youth copper and they were paying us 300 naira. And a lot of my colleagues will spend their own, carry girls, go to Botry, eat anything they like. But do you know, every month I saved 350. I was saying 350. You were paying us 300.
Hey, women making extra.
How do I make extra? I wasn't paying for rent. I was not paying for electricity. Abi? And I have khaki to wear every day and the white. And I have this their boot, even two with canvas. So what's my problem to it, Abi? Okay, look at it. We're at the place of my primary assignment. And listen to me. Even though they don't give us food, they give us extra allowance. That extra allowance takes care of just my feeding. And the remnants, I had it to the one that the NYC thing.
So you're saying saving the money. Save.
It's not just saving the money that saved me. Leave that one. Just calculate it in a year how much that one will give me, 300, 350. But what happened is that what I receive at the end of my NYC, much more than what anybody that I've worked for 20 years would receive. Yes. I was busy talking about there's no light in this community. I can't leave this place without electricity. And before I was able to help them at Ede village, Adaziani, to have electricity.
So you made sure to find a problem that needs solution.
That is what makes it like. I built, they're still there now, a bus stop at Adaziani. I taught women how to improve on the poultry. That is, they have problem in tolo egg, ashing of tolo egg. So I introduce lantern, local incubator. That will not cost anybody anything. And trust me, if I get to know Bina, you see how they'll be dancing. And when I was about to leave, people were coming with abada, full, so many gifts. That 504 station wagon filled with gifts. Wow. The Iguadas, the late Iguadas here, RN Wanko, told me, I don't want you to go. The cash gift from the late Iwo BNM of Nene, the Ejidike of Agulu, all of them gathered, the Igwes gathered, the day I was being sent forth. Now, what you have done within this short period of time. So it is not all about the money you invest. I invested my time and my energy. And that came back with that. Till date, I'm talking to you now till date. If I step to Adaziani, that's what drew me to people like GUK. And not all other good people. So you don't even need to have money before you start investment. Let me give you an example. If there is, let me talk about Crystal Garden Estate. And they have a problem somewhere in one of their estates. And I come to notice and I provide this as a solution. Wouldn't they give me land? So I've invested my time to solve their problem, and so they will compensate me. In the other wise, if you have money that you don't have the time to give, or you have dedicated your time to what you do and your energy, and you make more money, you have to invest that money to provide for those things you've not been able to, you are unable to dedicate your time or invest your time to. And it needs knowledge. It needs thorough counseling. You need a mentor. You need a coach to guide you so that this life will not be, you will not waste your life. A lot of people are old now that they are regretting. If I had known, they will have built houses. If I had known, I wouldn't have wasted my time. You know what happens is that...
You have regrets of your own as well?
Yeah, myself.
Yes.
My regrets, the only regret I have now, if you ask me the regrets I have, is that I didn't enter university on time.
That's all?
That's the only thing.
Wow. Wow.
There's no other regret on what? I'll just imagine if I had entered university on time, I would have finished my PhD at so age. I would have become a professor at so age. I would have done so many things. That's the only thing I would say.
What kind of things did you wish you would have done that you've not achieved now?
I will have done. I've not achieved now. I need to think about it. The only thing I know is that if I appear before the Lord, I will tell him, why must you wait till August 27, 1987 before you meet me on my way to Damascus? And that's the only question I will ask.
Wow. Wow.
No regret about it. Regret of what? That have not built side papers. It's not a regret. We have built lives.
So you're very content.
With that, when you see people that you have been able to mentor and they are billionaires, adding to a billionaire, that's the concept of life.
Yes.
If you have built people that are successful, you are also a successful person. If you have built people in the environment that is significant, you are a significant person. So it's not just on what you have for yourself alone. It's what you've been able to make others to become.
So you're one who is very passionate about making impact. Are there challenges that you've encountered with people in running your academy, in running your school, with entrepreneurs, students, and you're really trying to help out, but they're not seeing it?
Your gifts and gifting actually does not come to correct everything. You must have a space within your work with. And you have your own timeline and time frame. You might stop somewhere where another person picks it up. Our Lord Jesus Christ stopped somewhere. The disciples pick it up. They handed it over to us. So it's a continuous process. So you don't just want to do everything because you think it is good to do it. Even if it is right to do it, it might not be correct to do it. People I can't be disappointed. You can't surprise me. Why? Because definitely if I'm working with you and you go the other side, I don't feel it because I don't see you when I'm started working. I'm seeing the society. So it's the society that pays back, not you. It's the society that pays back, not you. So I'm not just seeing you, I'm seeing the society. So it's the society that will pay back is what I'm saying.
So what's the biggest thing you gain satisfaction from in running numerous businesses?
When this is the impact you have created. When you move from strategic intent to impact. Most of the problem with people is that they place their interest first. And that begins to control their intentions. And their intention affects their intent. It should be the other way. Your strategic intent should come first. Your intentions follow. And then your interest should be the last thing.
Your intent follows.
Intent, intention, and interest. That's the flow. But we start with interest.
What I would gain, what this one would gain, yeah.
Then an intent. If you do that, in fact, you might not even get to that the right intent. And that is why most of the things we do are not strategic. It's only for now. Once it is strategic, you will get the reward even now and in the future. And that gives you become more commitment to what you do. And that leads to prosperity. Then when you are consistent, that one leads to posterity.
So commitment and consistency.
Consistency.
Some would think, for people who may think that they've been consistent, they've been committed in various ventures in life, whether it's in academia, in the corporate world, whatever. But they're not seeing results.
It's not true.
And time is running away.
I don't think it's correct. If you are committed to a thing, it shouldn't be because you are determined. It shouldn't just be because it's your desire or it's a direction you should take or it's based on decision you have made. No, it should also come with dedication. That you are determined to get things done. It's not enough. It comes with dedication. Even though when you are dedicated, it comes with discipline.
Yes.
And with discipline, you also go to the level of diligence. Even the Bible tells us that for those who diligently seek Him, He shall reward. So reward comes at that level. Most good reward, not compensation. I'm not talking about compensation. I'm talking about reward. Comes at the level of diligence. So most of us, we don't get there. You might be doing something because that is the direction you are choosing. Are you determined? Partially. Are you dedicated? No. Are you disciplined? You see a lecturer that is in university just to sell handout, has to gain access of students to take advantage of them. Is that discipline? He cannot get far. Yes, that's the truth. You take advantage of everybody that comes across you, that you are there lecturing, that you are there delivering academic values. It's not enough to reward you. Are you dedicated to it? If you are dedicated, are you disciplined? If you are disciplined, are you diligent in it?
What's the hardest lesson you've had to learn and unlearn in life?
The hardest lesson I've learned is to be crazy.
To be crazy.
Crazy about what you do. Because in most cases, nobody loves a madman. Every vision carries a mad person.
So you have to be extreme to push it.
You must be crazy. And you must be a mad person to run a vision of a that change. Because you must live life different from every other person. That is the right thing. And other people, because they are common people, they see you as a mad person. Don't mind this madman. It's crazy. And once they say that one, that means you are carrying a mantle of change. But at the end of it, when it works, they are the people that will also clap for you. So with the Igbo says, Onukulujo Gekuma. So if you give attention to it, that's why discipline comes. If you give attention to those criticism, the criticism about you, what you are doing, you might decide to drop it. And then they will call you a useless man. Which one do you prefer?
Better they say whatever.
It's better they call me a madman than to call me a useless man, because madman is even useful. Yes.
In what way?
Hey. It's criticism. It's a content creator. Even though it's not recorded. Oh, have you not started one day? We are going somewhere and you are just watching the madman.
So it's entertaining.
It's not, it's just gives a kind of concept on its own, different from what you are used to. Yeah, so it's a content creator.
Wow.
It's not useless.
Wow.
And he has to do some cleaning of the environment. At times, he passes dirty things around.
If there is one thing, you could sum everything up to one who is starting, one who has started and lost their way, one who feels stuck and do not know how to find that path in redefining what success means to them. What could you say?
Like I said earlier, I don't like to discuss success. Because on its own, it limits your mindset. Because we look at success as achievement, they are not the same thing. And because it has sent confusion to most of our psychic, we believe that even when you buy a car, you are successful. When you build a house, you are successful. Those are achievements. But success on its own comes when you've been able to accomplish a task that also have impacted another life or so many other lives. That's successful. But when you go beyond that to create an impact that is now that has affected a society, that's a mind of significance. That your effect is felt throughout the society, the environment, then that's a man of significance.
Wow. Oh, incredible. Incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. One takeaway, if there are so many, but one takeaway, and I would say to everyone is success is something that you get to when you've left an impact in another life. Right, sir? Thank you so much for being on the show. So to everyone listening, watching, make sure you share, follow up, leave a like button, click on the like button, share this message, and make sure that you keep on doing what? Pushing up. You keep on pushing up.
You don't
give up.
You don't give up, yes.
You don't give up.
You don't give up.
You don't quantify your success based on what you see or what others are dishing out. Thank you so much for being on the show. And with that, we have come to the end of this episode. Make sure to stay tuned with us, your Success Podcast, and I'm your host, Ifoma Nwafo. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.